Art on Demand is a production of the Cultural Arts Alliance of Walton County, brought to you with support from Alys Beach, 30A.com, and Florida Department of State, Division of Cultural Affairs. While these events are provided at no cost to you, we do ask that you donate what you can by visiting our website, culturalartsalliance.com, in order to help the CAA continue to foster creativity, employ artists, and bring you entertainment, education, and engagement through Art on Demand. We hope you love this virtual event. Welcome to another episode of Art on Demand. I'm Rebecca Kemp with the Cultural Arts Alliance of Walton County, and I'm here today at beautiful Alys Beach with Kim Eifrid. And today he is going to sculpt in the sand a beautiful sculpture for us. The mission of Walton County TDC, also known as Visit South Walton, is to strengthen the South Walton brand in order to bolster tourism for our county. Visit South Walton protects and maintains our beaches so that we're always a destination where people can relax, rejuvenate, and unwind. In addition to promoting this destination, Visit South Walton also provides funding for their sea turtle program, beach safety, and the arts. Visit South Walton hopes to elevate our visitors' experience by keeping our beaches pristine and safe. So how did you first get started with the Cultural Arts Alliance of Walton County?
I moved here about 2 years ago from Boston, and I wanted to see what the art scene was, and I saw there was some classes, a clay class, and even though I've taken clay classes before, I saw this one at Bayou Arts Center, and so I decided to do that. And then I saw there was for submission of work to be in a gallery, and that's the Foster Gallery. So I became involved with that after they accepted work to be displayed there.
Okay. And how did you begin your artistic journey?
You know, it's somewhat in retrospect. I look back at some of my learning experiences, and it was always tending to go to a visual form, even in language. When I was learning to speak German or even English, as far as that goes, it was I had to write the word down and look at it, and I would draw things, and I would want to pop them up off the paper. Like I wanted to shade it, I wanted to see the form of it, and so all this was happening just in my early years, and high school is when I really started getting serious about it.
Interesting. When did you start building sand sculptures?
That kind of came about, it was, I think, 1981. I went to Daytona Beach, and I was doing a drip castle, and I thought I could shape this drip castle. I could take a blade to it or something sharp and just, not sharp, but something straight and cut it down. And so I would say my first experience in sand sculpting was just a matter of it just all of a sudden happened, and I made a man laying down on the beach. And on Daytona Beach, if you know that there's cars that drive on the beach, and that evening as I sat up on like the 6th floor looking down, there was like a rotary around this man of all the cars driving around this man on the beach. The first stage is just a couple hours of making a big mound of sand. At first I dig a hole that's close to the surf, and I get to the slurry sand. I take it handful by handful, and I'll pack it hard so the water just drains out and it leaves just the dense sand. And that's the first stage. It might take an hour or two. So handful by handful, I'm just making the mound. I have a general idea of what I'm going to be doing. The thing is, since it faces this way, the back will be here, and all the action, the arms and all that is going to be here. So it's almost like I have to keep that in mind, even though I'm going to be building up here. To the head, probably about right here. I would say the favorite part of sand sculpting is after the mound. I start with a mound, and after the mound is there, it's just a matter of shaping it into the form that I want. That is just a magical time. I kind of just walk around it little by little and start shaping it into the head, the shoulders, the chest, where the legs are going to be, but not the fine detail. A pro tip that I learned from an art instructor years ago, and I thought is just, and I've said it over and over again, is that sculpt with your hands, not with your fingers. And that means a lot to me because oftentimes when you're sculpting, you will start tweaking something, what we call tweaking, or getting down to the fine detail. And it's not about that. It's, in my instructor, he says, make deliberate strokes with the palm of your hand. And I think that is a really good tip for anybody in sculpting.
So I read about some of your artistic inspirations in your bio. Can you please share with us who inspires you?
Well, I would say the Impressionists would definitely, with the way they can interpret a piece. They're not detailing it, they're not taking a picture, but they're interpreting what it would be. So all the Impressionists that we could, go into the art history books and find. Particularly, I would say Matisse, in the way his just free flow of work is. I really like that. Everybody knows Picasso, the way that Picasso would take something and do it in so many different ways. I've always found that fascinating. And then the simplicity of Brancusi. I would say his simple forms are always inspiring to me. And then my favorite is Henry Moore. Henry Moore is he's like the expert of doing something and just having a free flow, balanced, and yet it's figurative, and yet it's so abstract. The fine detail comes in with the trowel that I will just go in and point, and pull out one of those lines. It's always difficult with the top part. The top part, this sand is slowly drying now after I packed it, and so I have to be very careful in cutting in. This sand is like sugar sand, so when that water drains out, it packs so tight, and so I can carve into it. I can't do a horse standing on four legs, certainly, but I can do something where I can carve under it, I can make tunnels in it, and the sugar sand, of course, all along the panhandle. I think the most rewarding part is just to stand back after it's done and just take the picture and just walk away from it. You don't have to worry about what gallery it's going to go in. You don't have to worry about what price to give it. It's just a matter of just creating, having fun with it, enjoying it, and just walking away.
And here we have the finished product.
I title this Buddha Jack. Because it's something that I just want to have fun with, do a Buddha, and put a jack-o'-lantern on it this time of the year. Happy Halloween! I got my workout for the day. But I do have a page on Facebook, and it's simply Kimasabi, which is Kim, my name, OSABE, sculpts, Kimasabi sculpts.
And if you're not down at the beach, you can also see Kim's work at the Foster Gallery and online at culturalartsalliance.com. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Art on Demand in Alys Beach, produced by the Cultural Arts Alliance of Walton County in partnership with Alys Beach, the 30A Company, Florida Department of State Division of Cultural Affairs, and our episode partner, Visit South Walton. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you explored your creativity and learned something new today. As the creative core of Walton County, the Cultural Arts Alliance of Walton County offers support, connection, and access opportunities for all forms of art, every variety of maker, all levels of learners, and especially art lovers. Through performance, funding, and educational programs, the 501c3 organization directly connects the people of Walton County with the broader view, the critical exploration, and the answers only the arts have the power to provide. If you loved this episode, please visit culturalartsalliance.com and click the donate button to give what you can to help the CAA continue to bring you art on demand. And stay tuned for our next virtual event coming soon.